Welcome to It's Just Perfume, a Luckyscent podcast where we talk all things perfume. I'm your host, Stephen Gontarski. One of my favorite things to do is hang out with my coworkers, people at Luckyscent and Scent Bar, because as you can imagine, we're all crazy about perfume and talk about it all the time. We would do so even if we weren't at work because we just like talking about perfume. So today I got the chance to sit down with Emmy Foster. Emmy's worked at Luckyscent for several years now. We've had many conversations about perfume, but it was so great to find out what her Hall of Fame fragrances were, the ones that she reaches for the most, and the ones that suit her the best, in her opinion. And I've found over the years that Emmy and I actually have a lot in common. We like a lot of the same perfumes. So I was excited to see some things that I had already predicted that she might have chosen. But there were some surprises for me too. And I really hope you enjoy this episode as much as I did recording it. Emmy Foster.
Hello, Steve.
Welcome to the Perfume Seat.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
What do you think of that? I just made up Perfume Seat.
I love it. I love it. I am already a little bit nervous, and Perfume Seat reminds me of Hot Seat, so it's adding to the tension. But it's good. It's good.
Because my goal is to make you nervous.
Yeah, it's working.
That's perfect. So you've been with Luckyscent for, it's been a few years now.
Mm-hmm. It's been, I think, just about three years, which has flown by.
Oh, time just flies by.
It's scary.
It's incredible. And you first started out working at Scent Bar at both of the locations.
Yes.
And you did that for a while, but now you're exclusively at Luckyscent working on social media and this very podcast.
Yep. Yeah.
I love
it's been a really fun kind of transition. I feel very fortunate to be able to be involved in a few different ways. It's nice.
Now, I know that I've asked you this in the past, but it's been a long time, so I just need a little bit of refreshing. But what brought you into Scent Bar asking for a job to work at Scent Bar? What was the motivation behind that?
Well, I'd always loved smells, but I became really obsessed with perfume, specifically, I think like a lot of people during the pandemic, when I was, locked down. I was living in a little studio apartment at the time. It was just me and my cat, and was going pretty stir crazy. So smell was really an escape.
Yeah.
And I had started my first exposure, I guess, to Scent Bar and Luckyscent was through the website. I was kind of obsessively ordering samples online. Okay. And I would just like have a glass of wine and smell all day long. And then once things started opening up a little bit again, I realized that there was an in-person location for Luckyscent.
This is exactly how I first came to Scent Bar too.
Yeah. So I came in, and then as soon as I went in once, I was just completely obsessed with it. And I remember I'm kind of a shy shopper. I don't, I like to just navigate kind of on my own. It takes me a while to ask questions or whatever. So I had been going in. I remember being kind of embarrassed because I had gone in probably like 3 times in 1 week, and Johnny, I remember, was working there every single time. And
by the way, now having worked at Scent Bar is very normal.
Very normal. Now I know it's very normal. Very normal. But at the time, I thought I was just like so obviously didn't have a life.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. And so I remember probably the 3rd or 4th time I went in, I finally figured it was time to introduce myself. And then everybody who was working there was just so friendly and wonderful. And I was kind of like in a crossroads at the time, career-wise, had been thinking about doing something else for a while. And so pretty quickly thereafter, I just kind of applied for a job. And
what were you doing for work before coming into Scent Bar?
So before, I moved to LA originally because I thought that I wanted to work in entertainment, the entertainment industry. Yeah. And so I was doing that for about 4 or 5 years in different capacities. When I first came to Scent Bar, I was working at a production company. I think just during lockdown, I, was thinking more about what I wanted to do and if I wanted to make some changes. And so it kind of all just fell into place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So when you would do these sample searches while you were at home during the lockdown, how would you choose the fragrances to sample? Was it based on the written description of the scents or the notes, or were you going on Fragrantica and kind of cross checking?
It's funny. I think I did a lot of different things, and now thinking back, I actually recently looked back on some of the Luckyscent orders that I'd placed, and they're just for such random things that now I know have nothing to do with my personal tastes, but right? I really just wanted to try everything. And yeah, I think it was largely based on the descriptions. I definitely was spending a lot of time on Fragrantica and comparing fragrances that I knew that I loved to what other people said smelled like it, and trying to, figure out what different notes smelled like. And so maybe if I had the idea oh, well, a lot of the fragrances that I've worn in the past have a patchouli base, maybe I'll try a bunch of fragrances that have a patchouli base. And it was definitely just throwing things at the wall, but I smelled a lot, so it was good.
Yeah. Now, did you find, because I'm finding this, when I talk to people, when people come into the store, it's great because all the bottles are right there. So they can smell it and immediately decide whether it's something they're interested in or not. And you can't do that when you're shopping online.
Yeah.
And I feel very, very, very often when people get the samples that they're completely unfamiliar with, that it does not smell like how they expected it to smell.
100%.
That happens a lot.
100%. And that was, I think, actually very informative to me, because I very quickly realized that I didn't know what things smelled like.
Right.
I didn't know what the notes that I thought I knew actually did smell like.
Yeah.
And just learned that the way that things are composed will make one rose smell entirely different from a different rose.
For sure.
So
it's not that. I mean, I think you can take credit for knowing what things smell like, but as you know, the tiniest difference in a composition, just if you up the rose just that much, might completely change the fragrance.
Totally.
So it might be described the exact same way. This is rose with patchouli and black pepper, but just the fact that you added that much more rose makes it a completely different scent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so subtle. And I think that's been the challenge for all of us who do reviews and talk about the perfumes. It's not about saying, oh, these are the notes of the fragrance, because I feel that's going to send a lot of people in the wrong direction.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's a lot more helpful to create a picture or references outside of perfume that everyone knows to be a little bit more specific of what to expect when you smell the scent.
100%. Yeah. And I mean, this is something that we have talked about a lot in terms of how to describe things to customers at the store and online, is there are certain kind of buzzwords that if you say them, people will just latch on to that one specific thing. So if you say oh, there's patchouli in the base, for example, a lot of people are,
then suddenly
they shut down. They don't want to smell it at all. And so I agree. I think it's better to describe the overall.
That's so true. In fact, recently someone came to the store and she wanted something strong. That was the main thing that she wanted. And I was pulling all of these different things out. And one was vanilla powder from Matière Première, because I know how strong it is. It's very long lasting and it has big projection. Yeah. It's kind of what she was asking for. Yeah. She didn't smell the bottle. She refused to, just because the label said vanilla on it.
Wow.
And I'm but I know that it's not a straight vanilla.
No,
this isn't Tahota, what I showed you. It's completely different.
I mean, that fragrance, of course, it is very vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla in it, but I think that honestly, if I smelled it on somebody in the wild, I wouldn't be oh, they're wearing a vanilla scent.
No, I wouldn't clock it as a vanilla. Yeah. No, but we know that. We know what it actually does and what it does in the wild. But it's funny how just that word and our ideas of what things smell like will make you choose to not be open to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
that's a big challenge in fragrance marketing for a lot of people.
We're in it.
Yeah.
So, did you grow up with perfume? Was it a big thing in your home?
I did grow up with perfume. It was definitely more of a functional thing, I think, for my parents. They weren't interested in it in a artistic way at all.
Right.
But they both wore fragrance pretty much every day.
Oh, every day, not just special occasions.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what I remember at least.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember their scents so vividly that it at least feels like they wore them every day, but maybe it was just for special occasions. I definitely have very vivid memories of the scents that they wore. And yeah, I mean, I loved going into my mom's perfume.
What did she have in her collection?
I still love the fragrances that she wore so much. The one that is probably the most like seared into my memory is Jean-Paul Gaultier, Classique.
Oh yeah.
Which
classic.
I thought was just like so glam.
Yes.
And my mom is like such a beautiful woman, and she had this like sexy little perfume bottle, and I just admired her so much. I thought she was so cool.
And isn't that a tuberose scent?
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a white floral.
Okay, yeah.
I think tuberose, I think orange blossom too. It's kind of what it kind of reminds me of is Safanade from Parfum de Marly, which is a version that we carry. They're very similar, kind of that like honeyed, kind of fruity, sunny white floral is still a profile that I am so drawn to.
Yeah.
One of these definitely falls in that category. But yeah, she wore that. And then the other one that I love that she wore that I've been trying to track down now for years, but it's been discontinued. So it's very expensive on like eBay and resale websites is Issey Miyake Le Feu.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I loved that so much. And as a kid, like the bottle was so fun and cool.
So cool.
So tactile.
I know. I remember when that was out, and had I known back then that it was going to be discontinued, and I think Luca Turin gave it 5 stars in
really?
the guide. Yeah. And I think that also kind of led to this mythic status of this perfume because it was discontinued. You can't find it anymore. 5 stars from Luca Turin.
He has that power.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm like, why didn't I keep a bottle of that stuff? If
I
only
regret
you
it
can
so
look into
much.
the future.
Now it's like $300. I just probably one day we'll buy
so
it.
bad.
I know. I'm close. I'm close.
Definitely. What was in your dad's collection?
My dad was a Drakkar Noir. All the way.
Good man.
Yes. That's all he wore when I was growing up. And since though, probably starting when I was like a teenager, he got more into, he started kind of blending his own essential oils. He definitely has a little bit of an interest in, the art of fragrance now.
Yeah.
And he's always really liked to make things himself. So he would kind of put together his own blends of like, usually they were patchouli, sandalwood, kind of earthy, woody things.
Love that.
So now I associate him pretty strongly with patchouli, which is another one of my absolute favorite notes. So
does he have hippie tendencies?
Definitely. Yes, he does. He is, he's like a rugged, he loves to camp and be outside, and he's obsessed with motorcycles.
I love. Okay, and you grew up in Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
So I can imagine this man blending his oils and getting on his motorcycle.
He looks kind of like Fred Armisen
Awesome.
in Portlandia.
Yeah.
Like they wear the same clothes, they have the same glasses.
That's so
He's
cool.
very Portland.
Oh my gosh. I'm whatever. I'm older than you, so it's hard for me to imagine my parents ever having been hip.
My parents were very, very young when they had me. So I always thought that they were so cool, and they are really cool and hip and young still. So yeah, I mean, I definitely have been super influenced by their tastes.
Yeah.
I think I've always, admired them.
What was your first favorite perfume?
So my first favorite perfume was Gap Dream, which we share.
Yeah, I still love that stuff.
Still love that
much.
stuff so much. I totally agree. I need to buy another bottle. I'm just kind of scared that it's not going to have the same.
I know. I mean, I bought my bottle it's probably it's over 10 years ago, maybe even up to 15 years ago. And it smells like how I remembered it from the 90s.
Okay, good.
But if I bought a bottle today, I'm not exactly sure how it would smell.
Right. Also, to be fair, Gap Dream was also the first fragrance that I bought for myself, and I definitely bought like the body splash version because I was like 10.
Well, even the Eau de Toilette was like kind of body splash,
right? Okay, so
strength.
I remember it being very like light and refreshing.
Very light, yeah.
But I loved that, and then my other favorite fragrances. Now they're of course all escaping me, but I remember I had one of the Gwen Stefani fragrances. I think I had
One
Music.
of the Lamb. Okay, yeah.
I'm looking at Claire because I feel like she remembers what I wear more than I do. I don't know. Gap Dream was definitely my first.
Oh, Gap Dream. I remember that time so much because I was living in New York. I was making no money because I worked at a nonprofit, but it was different back then. Like that sort of attention to luxury wasn't so much the case as it is now. So I remember going into Gap and getting a perfume that would fill me with so much joy. I mean, and it costs almost nothing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, maybe on the same day, I'd go to CVS and just look at skincare products. You know what I mean?
Well, that was my real first scented love.
Right.
Was just body products and shampoo and like.
Any standouts?
I had so many. Like I was just always at the Body Shop, the Satsuma.
Oh yeah.
I really loved citrus growing up.
Okay, yeah.
And now I still love citrus, but I don't wear it as much. The Body Shop. I mean, definitely Bath and Body Works. I was a cucumber melon girl.
Yeah. But you know what? That makes so much sense because 90s into the 2000s, it was all about clean.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, of course, citrus played heavily into the clean picture.
Yeah. I liked citrus, aquatics.
Yeah.
Very, very early 2000s taste, I think.
Yeah. I love. It was good taste.
Good times.
Yeah. When you were doing all this sampling from home on Luckyscent, do you remember if there were any standouts? Did you make some discoveries?
I did, actually. I mean, the one that I remember, like, my jaw dropped when I smelled it was Molecule 01. Really? I mean, so simple, obviously, but I'd never smelled just pure ISOE Super, I guess, before. And I remember it being like, this is the best thing I've ever smelled. It smells so good.
It does smell so good.
I definitely am, I know a lot of people are anosmic to it, or they can't really smell it off the strip or on themselves. Yeah. I was like so addicted to it right away. So I bought that pretty much immediately.
Oh, good.
That one I remember. And then the other standouts, like, I remember I bought the whole Etat Libre Discovery set pretty early on.
Which is an amazing discovery.
Such a great discovery set. So much variety within it.
And so many. It's a great value.
Yeah. The one that I remember loving that I didn't already have, because I wore a couple of Etat Libre scents. I wore Fat Electrician and You Are Someone Like You.
I love that.
Yeah. The one that I fell in love with from the discovery set was Noel Au Balcon. Yeah.
Oh, and so beautiful.
I haven't really revisited it since,
and I
should.
They discontinued it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
okay, yeah. I feel like I never see it, so that makes sense.
It's a beautiful, spicy floral. Yeah. Gingery, spicy, white florals.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I love that stuff.
God, that was a good one.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Okay, well, you know what? Since you mentioned Molecule, I'm looking at these selections, and I love it because I didn't know what you were going to come in today. By the way, the theme of this episode is Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Okay? Now, we said this in previous Hall of Fame videos. These aren't necessarily what you consider to be the greatest perfumes of all times. This is incredibly subjective. Mm-hmm. It's just based entirely on your taste and what you, Emmy Foster, like to wear.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love these picks.
Oh,
we have a lot of crossover.
We definitely do. And that's something that I take a lot of pride in and have always taken a lot of pride in.
Oh, likewise.
Oh, stop.
No, for sure.
No, but I do. I feel like we do have a lot of crossover.
Yeah, we do. We like a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your Escentric Molecule pick here.
Yes.
Which one is this?
That is Patchouli, Molecule 01 plus Patchouli.
Yes.
I absolutely love that fragrance. This is a very like functional scent for me. It's very simple, but the patchouli accord is just, to me, perfect.
Yeah.
It's not so earthy. It has a little bit of like a creaminess to it. It's just, it's so comforting. I think it's so just kind of perfect. It's simple. I'm never not in the mood for it. If I don't know what to wear, I reach for this a lot.
This is one of my favorite styles of patchouli, because patchouli can go in so many different ways. It can be really camphorous and menthol-like. It can also be chocolatey and earthy, but this one in particular I find very woodsy.
Yes, I agree. 100% I agree. And I'm always like drawn to a variety of different patchouli accords. Like I'm always drawn to that chocolatey patchouli, but I never feel totally myself when I'm wearing it.
We're the same person.
Yeah, we are.
It's unbelievable. I'm like that too.
STEMmy. Anyways,
I love it.
Yeah, I love that this is like, it's earthy, it's woodsy, but it doesn't feel heavy to me or thick or anything like that. It's just so perfect.
Do you also wear Zora from Anat Fritz? The reason why I ask is because I know that the perfumer who did Zora for Anat Fritz is Guy Laroche, the very perfumer who does everything for Escentric Molecule. And I actually think of this as kind of the pared back, stripped down version of Zora.
I totally agree with you.
The minimalist version.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I love Zora. I don't own it. I wish I did. I think if I did, I would wear it a lot. Claire wears Zora a lot, and I love it when she wears it. Every time I'm like, oh, it smells amazing. And I do think that in the air, it smells a lot like Molecule Patchouli, because you're, getting more of just those base notes as it wears throughout the day. So I totally agree. They smell similar.
Do you wear this on its own, or do you layer this?
Both.
Okay.
Definitely both. Yeah. I wear it on its own a lot. I am in general maybe not as much of a layerer. Layerer. But this is kind of the exception. I do layer this with a couple of the other fragrances that we're going to talk about, but it pairs so beautifully with some of my other favorite profiles, like rose, vanilla, other patchoulis. Yeah. But I do wear it on its own a lot.
Rose plus patchouli is like peanut butter and jelly. Doesn't get better.
I agree.
So what is one in this assortment that you layer with Molecule plus patchouli? One
of my go-to combinations is actually, so this is a fragrance that we do not carry at Luckyscent. This was my non-Luckyscent pick, but it is definitely one of my all-time favorite fragrances. It's Narciso Rodriguez for her. This is the Eau de Toilette, which I bought on accident. I meant to buy the Eau de Parfum.
Okay.
But I don't really, they're very similar, I think.
Yeah.
And I find, please do. I mean, there's a lot of patchouli in there. It's just so good. It's so good. Rose, patchouli, musk. Those are all of my favorite things. And I think a little bit of osmanthus too, I think.
Whenever I smell this, it makes me think of plumeria, because here in LA, there are a lot of flowering plumeria trees, I guess you would call them, all over. And, not being from California, this is one of the delights of living here. Just that smell of plumeria is so beautiful. It's so clean and creamy and just this beautiful sunny floralcy.
Oh gosh,
it's just there.
The florals that we get to smell in the air in Los Angeles are truly like one of my favorite things about living here. It smells amazing all the time.
It is amazing. It's stunning.
It's so good. Yeah. And this was the first fragrance. This is at least my memory of it. This could be completely wrong, but this was the first fragrance that I smelled, and I was like, that smells cool.
Yes.
Like that is a really cool kind of edgy fragrance, and it's sexy. And I mean, my memory is that I had a babysitter who smelled like that.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I just smelled this at the same time that I had this babysitter who I thought was so cool, but she lived in our neighborhood, and she was probably realistically like 14 and I was like 6.
And she was rocking this?
I mean, I think so.
Right.
Maybe not, but I associate it with this like cool babysitter that I have. So
she is cool babysitter.
Yeah, she was very cool. She had a boyfriend and
oh my God. I could be wrong. I feel it's Francis Cochon who designed
so.
this scent.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He does rose so well.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Oh, of course with patchouli, because I feel there's already a lot of patchouli in the scent.
Right. That's kind of how, do you want to smell them together?
Yes.
That's kind of the way that my approach to layering is like, I'm not trying to reinvent the fragrance. I just maybe sometimes like to
modify just a little bit.
Add a little something.
Modulate.
Just,
yeah. I love this combination.
So good.
I'm going to do this
Please
too.
do. Oh my gosh. I hope that we are hanging out when you do it.
Again, scent twins.
Yeah.
You and me. Oh, that is beautiful.
So good.
Yeah. Is this kind of a daily driver for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I wear it more I don't wear it as much in the warm weather, although I think it's still beautiful in the heat. Definitely more of like a cool weather.
Yeah.
And I think it's beautiful at night too. I wear it in the evenings a lot.
Heavenly.
It's just, that is a fragrance that is it like marks such a period of time for me, but it doesn't smell dated at all. I still think it smells
not. No.
And it stands so alone. Like for having been such a popular fragrance, there really aren't that many things that smell like it to me.
Yeah.
I think it's very unique still.
And you know, I was saying before about how some patchoulis have a more wood-like smell. I feel it's coming through in this combination too, and I love that so much. I remember when I was a kid, we had some friends, and their son was the same age as me, so we would hang out a lot. And I think his dad made some furniture, like really kind of cool modern furniture with plywood and stuff. And I remember their home had this really specific smell that I thought smelled like new furniture.
Yeah.
And there's certain patchoulis, and this one brings me back to that smell of new furniture made from plywood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's part of my like true love of patchouli and this type of patchouli. My dad, bring up my dad again, but he does woodworking, and so I associate the smell of like chopped plywood with him, and I love it.
He wears patchouli.
And patchouli.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a personal.
I'm finding that when fragrances list Akigala wood, which is basically a patchouli, but it's that specific woodsy patchouli.
Yeah.
And whenever it's in anything, I fall in love with it. Yeah,
totally agree.
It's beautiful. What's next? Actually, you know what? This is, I feel, a natural one to talk about.
I think so too.
I just mentioned Akigala wood. Okay, so this is Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois.
Yes. So I would say this is kind of my, like, maybe this would be a surprise to some that I love.
Surprised, actually.
That I love this fragrance so much. It's very different than the types of scents that I'm normally drawn to. It's very strong. I'm not usually somebody who likes too strong of a scent, but
sometimes you need that.
Yeah, and when I wear
wardrobe.
this, I just do like 2 sprays.
Yeah.
And I'm just addicted to it. I just think the way that it warms up as it dries just is so alluring to me. I always feel very like elegant when I wear it. There have been a lot of fragrances I think that have come out in the last couple of years that are maybe inspired by this scent, but the original just still smells so special to me. I love that like cold mineralic balanced with a little bit of like sweet warmth. I just think it's great.
Okay, what's next? This, I have to say, is kind of a favorite among many of us at Scent and Luckyscent. This is Un Bel Amour d'été from Parfum d'Empire.
So earlier we were saying that the point of the Hall of Fame episode is not to talk about the greatest perfumes of all time. I think this is one of the greatest perfumes of all time.
Objectively so. Yes, I agree.
I think it is the most beautiful perfume that there is.
That's huge. That's huge. But you know what?
I'm sure I will,
It deserves
say something else another time. I will always love this scent, I know for sure. But like, this is a fragrance that I just think is magical.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It's absolutely stunning. And I mean, it deserves this kind of praise. In the episode that we taped with Luckyscent, we were both singing the praises of this perfumer, Marc-Antoine Corticchiato. An amazing perfumer. Everything in Parfum Tempère is his creation. And this is that stunning, creamy white floral, maybe it's gardenia?
Yeah, I think gardenia, I think it's a blend of things. There's some cumin in there, so it has a little bit of a, like, just so sexy and balmy and just, it feels like, I mean, it's the perfect kind of, my favorite kind of perfume. Okay, how can I launch into this? Okay. Something that you and I talk about often is that we both love capital P perfumes. Like,
yes,
we love a structured scent that, like, I appreciate fragrances that maybe smell like the most realistic pine tree, but I don't necessarily wear them as much.
Right.
But I also don't love fragrances that smell super like, I don't know, aroma chemically.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they smell, they don't smell too, not synthetic's not the right word, just like inhuman.
Yeah.
Like I want a balance in a perfume of something that smells like it's not just existing in nature necessarily, but also doesn't smell like it completely is disconnected from nature and smells like this artificial thing.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is the perfect balance of those things.
Balance, that's the word, I think. I think that's what we agree on, what makes a perfume great.
Yeah.
Like, I think that not one thing can be altered.
Yeah.
If the slightest difference was made, it wouldn't be this great perfume, which means that everything is in order. The hair has been combed and it sits as it is. It's perfection as it is. And that is definitely the case with this perfume.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. It disappoints me in a fragrance, especially when it's kind of new and people are excited about it and talking about it, is when at the end of the day, in the dry down, something pokes at me, like an annoying aroma chemical that I'm like, I didn't smell that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Why is it still there? And that's where I feel the engineering was off.
Yeah.
That
so common.
It happens a lot.
Honestly, I feel like it's more rare for me to try a fragrance that I love the whole way through than it is like usually something goes awry, I feel like.
For sure.
And not with this. Not with any of these in my opinion, but this one I am obsessed with it.
Yeah.
From
No, for
the
sure.
whole time.
And a great perfume like this one will have a specific shape. And as you wear it in the dry down, the shape will change.
Yeah.
But every time, the shape is perfect as it is and completely balanced. There's not one thing that's poking at you in an annoying way.
Yeah.
This wears beautifully. I think that this perfumer understands that it has to have a story that unfolds over time and that every stage is as important as the other.
Yeah. So grateful that he's around.
Oh, for sure. Oh my gosh. Is this a special occasion scent or would you wear this every day?
This is, for me, it's a special occasion scent for sure.
It has that gravitas to it.
Yeah. I love to, I take wafts of it off of my vanity every day, and I would wear it every day. But it's just, it's so special. It's definitely the scent that I wear for special occasions the most.
Yeah. And I've been around people wearing this scent and it has presence.
Yes.
You know when you're around someone wearing it and in a really beautiful way, not in an obnoxious way. It's just like, I am presenting a belle mortité.
Yeah. Oh God. I wore it a lot last summer. I wore it to like a couple of weddings and I don't know, some events, I think, in like the heat of the summer. And it's just so, the bubble of it around you is like so just romantic and dreamy. Like it is such a transportative fragrance. It really just makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm living in a more beautiful world when I wear that.
Come on, if perfume can do that, it's doing its job. That's pretty incredible. Yeah. The name, it means a sweet summer love. Like how
it's
perfect is that?
It's perfect. Everything about it. He nailed it.
Oh, So beautiful. I
So,
think I
so
want to
good.
put this on today.
Put it.
too.
Please wear it. Please wear it.
There's a nice humidity to this
Yes,
scent. You know?
totally. Yeah, it's. I mean, I need to maybe try to cut this word out of my vocabulary because I use it too often, but it is balmy.
Ooh, don't cut it out.
I use that word to describe too many things.
Use it
but I think
more.
it is. I think I like things that feel kind of balmy, and this definitely does.
Yeah. Oh, I wish you'd do some more. I'm going to get some balmy lunch. Sit at my balmy computer.
Can't wait to see what a balmy lunch is. What that means.
I love it. The humidity is there. I feel like I can smell crickets.
Oh,
it is summertime.
Yeah,
What a beautiful smell.
just makes me feel like I'm in a dream. It's so beautiful. Yeah, love it.
While we're being dreamy and romantic, let's talk about this. Blanche Bête.
I love this fragrance.
Imagine now. This is very popular. I can honestly say most women who work at Luckyscent wear this or have a bottle of it.
Yeah. I think Claire and I bought it on the same day. I remember it vividly.
I love that it has this like dark juice in back of a white frosted glass bottle.
I think the juice has gotten a little darker, which I like.
Yeah.
You can see the texture of the bottle better now.
Oh, definitely. I wonder if it has a lot of jasmine or orange blossom, only because I know that those materials are sensitive to light. And so if a perfume has a lot of jasmine or orange blossom, over time, the juice will go orange.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and get darker. And I wonder if that's the case with this.
Definitely white florals, so I'm sure. I mean, the first time that I smelled this fragrance, I remember being so like in awe of it. I'd never smelled anything so milky and creamy, and it just really blew me away with how unique it was.
Yeah.
And I love creamy fragrances. I like gourmands. I have found that I'm wearing them less often. I'm not as drawn to like photorealistic gourmands.
Yeah.
But I like things that have kind of a gourmand quality to them. I don't think this necessarily smells like a cake or anything, but it's not, to me, it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
It's more creamy than it is sweet. Another one that I just feel is very romantic.
Yeah.
And
it's coconut milk. Isn't that the note? I love that.
That's definitely the feeling that it has.
But it doesn't go suntan lotion.
No, not at all. Yeah. It has like a little bit of a nutty quality to it as well. That's really addictive. Claire describes it as like a toasted sesame, which I totally get. And
then the floral is there.
The floral's there. To me, the floral is very much like a supporting facet of it. Like it gives it that kind of alluring, sensual elegance. Yeah. That I think makes it stand apart from like other just kind of milky coconut scents, which I love also. Yeah. But I don't smell it and think like, oh, tuberose, which I know some people do.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't know. Yeah. I feel that this is one of those perfumes, maybe it's a capital P perfume, where it is so blended that it's actually difficult to start singling out notes. You can't really pull out the tuberose and be like, oh yeah, it's definitely there. No, it just plays a role in this overall scent. That's just Blanche Bête.
Yes, I totally agree.
It smells like Blanche Bête.
Yeah.
So pretty. Now, of course, when we talk about gender and perfume, it's very open, very gray, because so much of it is just marketing. Right. And anyone can wear whatever they want if it makes them smell good and they like the way it smells, and just put it on. And I feel in the niche world, there's a lot less of strict marketing. Like this is for men, this is for women. Much of the store scent bar is not presented in that way. Yeah. But I do have to say consistently with this perfume, when women smell this and put it on, very often I hear them say, this smells so feminine.
Yeah, I do feel very feminine when I wear it, which honestly, I don't always feel very, very feminine. And that is something that sometimes I like. I think I use perfume often to kind of, if I want to feel a little more womanly, I reach for a perfume that makes me feel dialed in to my femininity. And this one definitely does.
Definitely. It's like clothing. Yeah. You know, sometimes you wear specific things because you want to play a certain role that day. Yeah. And you want to bring out one aspect of your personality through the clothes, through the scent, you know? Yeah. This is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. While we're talking creamy, milky, this, I didn't know you were going to select this, and I'm so glad you did.
This one I've always really appreciated.
Oh, by the way, for those listening, this is Corrigan from New Bern.
I've always really appreciated this scent. I thought when I first started working at Scent Bar, I thought it was like so interesting, but it was a little too, at the time, it was maybe a little too unusual to me.
It's kind of out there.
Yeah. And then I wore it a ton this past winter. I think it was probably my most worn fragrance this past fall and winter.
Really?
And I just,
oh, that's good.
God, it's so good. And it's very milky, but it's not gourmand. Like it's spiced and leathery, and it's creamy, but chic. Like it doesn't smell like anything else. It's strange, but it's not like an affront. No, like you don't. No. When I smell it, I'm like, oh, that's unique, and it's kind of adventurous, but it doesn't smell like I'm like taking a risk, you know?
Yeah. No, you can honestly say you've never smelled anything like this before. Yeah. It's completely unique.
Yeah.
And there's so many beautiful things going on in this scent.
Yeah.
Sure, we all talk about that milky quality. And this came out long before the milk trend happened, before all these lactonic scents came out, like Bianco Latte and Les Concentrés. This came out so much longer, so much before any of those.
Yeah.
Milk is there. I smell toasted hazelnuts.
Oh, I mean, now we're talking.
But what's
I
so
love
weird,
a nutty thing. Yeah, totally. I totally get
toasted hazelnuts. And what's so weird about that scent is that tar.
Yeah.
That rubber
and
tar.
I love that about it. Like, that is the thing. That is one of the smells in the world that I love so much, is kind of like garage smell.
Right. Yeah.
And this like has that for sure. But again, I think when I'm wearing this, it's not like the overall quality of it. I don't think when on skin and in the air, I think it just has more of like a kind of creamy, sweet warmth with like maybe a little bit of smoke.
Yeah.
But then if you're getting up close, you get that really just, I don't know, addictive.
Now, one of our dear friends, Vetra Grantham, this is one of her favorite perfumes. And so I've spent a lot of time thinking about this scent, only because she has such great taste in perfume, and I was trying to figure out, like, why does she love it so much? Why do I love it so much?
Yeah.
And I think of it definitely has a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think of it as someone who is very, very silky, soft skin.
Oh, gosh, which I do not, but I wish.
Who just took off a leather jacket.
Yeah. Oh, my God, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe she was riding a motorcycle. She took it off, and she just happens to have this creamy smelling skin.
Yes. That is the most perfect description of it. It's a leather jacket and creamy, soft skin.
Yeah.
Which I will never have, but it is absolutely feel that I do when I wear this.
Fascinating. And I feel that years ago, it had a moment where more people in the niche perfume world knew about it and talked about it. It's definitely sleeping right now.
Yeah,
no one
true.
talks about this scent, and it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, I agree. I when I worked in the store, I did show it, but it was very it's just a very specific, it feels so specific, but then I think it maybe would appeal to more people than we give it credit for. It has an approachability, even though it's really unusual and unique. That creaminess, I think, makes it more approachable.
There you go. I know that some people, especially when they're just getting into perfume, I notice this a lot with young boys, especially. They want to be shocked. They want to smell something that they can't believe is called perfume. You know what I mean? And that's interesting. I'm not as interested in that now as I was many, many years ago. I'm a lot older than that. But this to me is something I've never smelled before, but in the most elegant, perfect way. So I get that wonderful surprise, that delight, but there's nothing off-putting about it.
No, exactly. That's exactly what I love so much about it. I think in general, maybe with the exception of Ganymede, which some people think is very weird. I don't think it's all that weird.
Yeah.
It's unique, but I like pretty smells. I like florals, and I like, and so this is a fragrance that I really love because it does feel very unusual, which I want to smell like sometimes, but I'm never like, oh, somebody is gonna be put off by the way that I smell.
No,
which
for sure.
That's important to me. I know that, you know, I think some people kind of like turn their nose up at when people say that they care about how other people think they smell, but I don't want to go into a space and offend somebody with my scent. I think that you can, I mean, I strive to find a balance of something that I deeply love and that feels comfortable to me, but also will be pleasant for the people around me.
Absolutely. And I think that's important to address too, because we both are attracted to pretty smells, beautiful smells, you know? Sure. But I feel that some people think that it's a pejorative, that they think that pretty means that it's simple.
Yes.
And this is in no way simple. Yeah. It's incredibly complex and so sophisticated, but there's a prettiness to it, for sure. It's an attractive scent.
Yeah. Oh, I love it so much.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So beautiful.
Again, a surprise for me. I didn't know you were going to pick this.
Yeah, this one's kind of, this I think is a sleeper. I think this deserves so much more attention.
Yeah. I'm going to let you say the name of it because I have no idea.
I hope that I know for a fact that I'm going to butcher this, but I believe it's Rifle sur Locovango.
Locovango.
From LK.
Oui.
Rifle. I love this scent so much, and this is not one that I think there are a couple of fragrances from this line that immediately people fall in love with, like Camellia K and Musk K, and this one never really got a ton of attention, and I just love it. Yeah. It's another like sunny, honeyed floral. It's kind of yellow floral, like mimosa. This is one that feels very nostalgic to me. I think I definitely love it so much because I think it lives in a similar world as Jean-Paul Gaultier Classique and the fragrances that my mom used to wear. So, but it also, so it's creamy and sunny, but it also, I get a lot of aldehydes in it. So it has a little bit of like a sparkle to it. To me, it smells like a perfume, but it also just smells like a scented product, which I really love, and you do too. And so that's, I think, a big part of why I'm drawn to it. Like maybe that's my lotion, maybe it's my shampoo, maybe it's a mix of all of those things. Like I feel very simultaneously clean when I wear this, but also kind of like dreamy and summery.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. You read my mind. This happens a lot. Yeah, happens a lot.
Stammy.
What I was thinking about this was, when you're in France, one of my favorite things to do in foreign countries is go to the supermarket or a pharmacy and smell the shampoos and body products, all that stuff. And of course I buy them, you know, and I feel this to me smells like a shampoo that you would find in a French supermarket.
100%. I totally agree with you. It also kind of reminds me of specifically the Nuxe line.
You read my mind again. I can't
see, Steve.
Totally,
We are one.
Yeah. I was thinking, I stayed at a hotel in France, and the shampoo that the hotel offered was Nuxe, and
I've never tried their shampoo.
Specifically was the honey line.
Yes.
It was the miel. So it was this honey shampoo from Nuxe.
I need that.
I became so obsessed with it. I spent the rest of that trip going to pharmacies looking for the shampoo and couldn't find it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't like a proprietary.
They made it specifically for the hotel.
Cruel.
I was beginning to see other products, not shampoo, made by Nuxe that were that honey scent, but I specifically wanted the shampoo.
I really want a shampoo that smells like that. Isn't it good?
Yes.
Like no one talks about it.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, this is one that has grown on me more and more and more. I am a big believer, and this is, I think, hard for a lot of people who work at Luckyscent and Scent Bar, that like the more you wear a fragrance, the more you fall in love with it. And I think when we are exposed to so many beautiful things, like I at least am, it's hard not to just wear something different every single day. And I often do exactly that. But I kind of miss the days where I would just reach for one thing over and over, and that's why I would fall in love with the scent so much. And now when I smell those fragrances, they feel so personal.
Yeah.
And this kind of has started to have that feeling to me. I wear this a lot, and it feels, I love it. I do not think this is the most like groundbreaking fragrance in the world by any means. I just feel very comfortable in it. And
this is daily
it.
driver.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I'm with you. And we've talked about this at Luckyscent, this category called shampoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different fragrances that smell like they're a good shampoo. And again, I know to a lot of people, especially if they're not like perfume nerds, would think that's kind of an insult.
Right.
It's like one of the highest compliments.
Absolutely.
In my
I
opinion.
always want to smell like shampoo. I mean, that feeling of when you walk outside and your hair is still wet, like what's a more, you're in your summer outfit. Like what's better than that feeling?
Oh, absolutely.
And I want to recreate that all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, because it is a scented product, I take a lot of time choosing my shampoo.
Me too. I actually this past week went to a drugstore with my friend because she ran out of her shampoo, and she was like asking me if I had used any of the ones we were looking at, if I liked any of them. And I was like, oh, I like this one. That's what I use. She just picked it up and bought it. And I was like, you're not going to smell it?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I cannot even imagine I cannot imagine buying a shampoo and not smelling it first.
I don't care if it strips my hair or makes it greasy. It better smell right.
And it can be the greatest thing in the world, but if I don't like the smell, I'll never use it.
No, I'll never use it. Can I ask you what your shampoo is?
Yes. Well, right now I'm using kind of like an expensive brand. This isn't the one that I recommended to her, but
I like to dream.
The one that I'm using now, my hairdresser sold me on because she uses it, and I was like, this is so dreamy. It's Rose, R-O-Z. Have you seen that?
I don't know it.
Oh my God, Steve, I will bring in my bottle for you to smell because it smells so freaking good. What it reminds me of is like a rosier version of Thé Noir. And like fresher. It's not as warm or woody or spiced.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Hooked on that. And I don't know if it works in terms of my hair looks the exact same, but it smells better.
That is so important. I actually struggled with this. And this is the other weird thing is shampoo in my say lasts so long, like a weirdly long time.
Yeah, same. Like a year.
It's like a year. Like, why does it last so long?
I don't know. I bathe normally. I bathe a normal amount.
Yeah. And so that's why I feel like I can splurge on shampoo.
Yes.
It's an investment that pays off. You use it for so long.
Yeah.
But this is the other funny thing. Same thing with toothpaste. When you get to the end and you think, oh, I only have maybe 2 days left of this, you actually have like 2 months left.
Yeah. Oh, that stretch it's trying.
Well, I've been in that stretch for the past 2 months, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to be running out.
Drives me crazy.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the last shampoo I got was recommended by a hairdresser. It's great. It's not my favorite smell.
Yeah.
So I decided I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to say I'm going to say it off camera. I'm going to say it off camera because I like to be positive.
Yeah. We're not going to drag them.
So I went all over the place looking for shampoos, and you'll never guess what I landed on.
What?
Aveda Shampure.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
That smells so
Is that the
good.
rosemary one, or is that a different?
No, it's called Shampure.
Oh, it is? Okay,
and
okay,
it's a very specific scent. In fact, I remember, I don't know if they still do, you could even buy a candle of the Shampure smell.
Yeah, that's smart.
It just smells like a whole bunch of wonderful essential oils all mixed up together.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I used it this morning.
Oh, your hair looks great. It's working.
I've got one last question for you.
Yes.
What's next?
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you asked. Because you know what's next. Are you talking about what I'm going to buy next?
Yeah. What's on your wish list?
On my wish list is...
And I do know, because we and I, again, we're the same in that we mull over the next purchase for a weirdly long time.
Yeah. I think I've been talking about this.
For about 3 years.
For so long. Yeah. It will be the most expensive perfume that I will have ever bought, but I need to do it because I need it. It's Gris Dior Esprit from Dior.
Yes.
It's such an incredible chypre.
Yeah.
Very like modern feeling chypre that's very warm. Another like perfectly balanced. Like there's no aspect of it that feels like it's jutting out too much
Capital
in any
P perfume.
Yeah. It's just gorgeous. I tried the just regular Gris Dior, not the Esprit too, and it's like I like it.
Yeah.
But that
it makes you feel very special.
It makes me feel very special. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you turned me on to that, and I have a sample or two at home, and yeah. It's serious.
It's serious.
Yes.
It is serious. And it's another one that, like, I've never really smelled anything like it before, but it also doesn't feel, like, strange. I don't know. It's so rare, I think, to come across a fragrance that feels completely new, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And
I could be wrong. I'm going to research this, and we'll put it in the notes if that is wrong, but I'm pretty sure Francis
it is,
Kurkdjian, is the perfumer.
Yeah.
And clearly he handles rose chypres so perfectly.
He really does. I need to,
He's a master of that.
Yeah. I need to maybe revisit some of his other roses because it's been a while. I mean, I know that a lot of his roses for his line tend to be kind of fresher and brighter, which
but
I do like.
I feel this is in sheep territory.
Yeah, 100%.
Narciso Rodriguez. Yeah, it's that patchouli with the florals. Francis Kurkdjian.
Come on.
Knows how to do this so well.
Yeah.
Oh, Emmy, I really enjoyed this conversation.
I loved it. I'm looking forward to chatting for the rest of the day off camera.
And I feel like I just know you that much better now.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's nice to share.
Oh, it truly is. And thank you so much for watching, for listening. And stay tuned for our next episodes. We're going to be speaking with perfumers, various interesting people in the perfume industry, and people in the Luckyscent scent bar family.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
Thank you.